FSW fam, welcome to What the FSW, where we take a look at the behind the scenes and all the happenings of future stars of wrestling. I'm the David Difference. Oh, what a difference a Dave makes, along with the sponsors of the show, the Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. Sorry about that. Matt Michaels, and we got Sin City Steve over here. I see you took your guys' place.
Hey, that's how it goes.
It happens like that. This weekend is a huge weekend in Las Vegas for wrestling. Tell them about the breakdown of what's going down.
Well, what we're looking at is the Wrestling Collective here in Las Vegas, and it's 4 big nights: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and of course, ending on Sunday with AEW and their pay-per-view at the T-Mobile Arena. And today we're going to get into what exactly is going on for this weekend with FSW and the Collective.
And it all kicks off this Thursday, the 26th. That's going down at the FSW Arena and live on the FSW Network. We're talking about luck of the draw. We have some action-packed matches for this one.
That's right, and you can't go wrong with Jay Vidal going against Anthony Green. I'm telling you right now, Anthony Green, he's been AEW. Fans might know him as August Gray from NXT, and I'm looking forward to this one. Steve, what do you think Jay's chances are? Because I think Anthony is very, very impressive to me.
So obviously Anthony is extremely impressive, but Jay Vidal, he's made some serious waves. And he's on the come up, man. I see his upward trajectory is, it's just going to continue. I think he has a good chance of pulling that one out.
Definitely, it may be the first time, but I'm a Jay Vidal guy, and I know that he's got what it takes to pull through.
Yep.
Coming this Thursday. I'm looking forward to this match. Every time he's there, he steps it up. He takes it to another level, and it's like, what else is he going to do? What more can he do? And he always shows us something else. What else we got?
Well, speaking about stepping up their game and showing us what they got, Greg Sharp has basically reinvented himself into one scary, scary dude, but he is going to be facing a wolf in Davey Richards, and that man is knowledgeable, he's dangerous, and I think that it's going to be a wrestling clinic between the two of them.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, you talk about Gregory Sharp. I mean, obviously a huge transition over the past year, and I'm going to tell you, he's pissed off a lot of people. He's made a lot of enemies. I kind of like it, man. I kind of like the new attitude and new direction. I think the heights are pretty much unstoppable at this point.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, Gregory's made a lot of changes. Definitely made some improvements, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he's ready for Davey Richards.
Well, there's one way to find out, and that's to tune in to the FSW Network live this Thursday, 5/26, right? What time is that kicking off? 7 o'clock?
We got a 7 o'clock bell time for that show. And if you can't make it down to the FSW Arena, of course, you can see it on the FSW Network, which is only $6.99 a month, and that covers everything available, including this event.
Yes, that is one hell of a deal. What about this match with my guy, Remy Marcel?
Oh, man, Remy is taking on Travis Titan and Adam Brooks. I'm going to tell you right now, Adam Brooks was trained by Buddy Murphy. They're close friends. Of course, he's going to be here for AEW weekend, so I'm sure that Adam's going to get some, encouragement, some, I guess maybe a playbook on Travis Titan and Remy Marcel, and maybe be able to show him why Adam Brooks has wrestled in ROH, PWG, and House of Hardcore, and is making his name. And I'll tell you, I'm always for those Australian guys.
Thunder Down Under.
Thunder Down Under.
That's a show. Okay. Sin City Steve, what is your take on this one?
I'll tell you, man. This one, I think that it's going to open a lot of eyes. I think that this match definitely has a potential of stealing the show. I think that I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I'm actually agreeing with Matt Michaels.
Don't.
I know, man.
Don't.
I know. Adam Brooks, I think he's going to show everybody why he's world traveled and why he's earned the name that he has.
Well, definitely he has quite the resume, okay? But you guys forget, and I mention this every time we talk about him, this is the house that Remy built. He does not come here to lose.
Well, you know what, David? You can build a house, but sometimes squatters come in and you can't get rid of them. And that's what we're looking here. Adam, you can't get rid of him. And I'll tell you, man, you just look at Travis Titan, too. I mean, these guys are not, your guys just coming right out of the school. These guys are ready for a fight. And Remy, you better bring it this time.
Remy always brings it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's definitely going to be a battle, and you're going to want to tune in FSW Network and live at the FSW Arena. That one's going down. What else do we have on this card?
Well, you look at the women's match that's featured here. Viva Van, who is making her name not only in FSW, but around the country. And she's collecting belts just as good as Kenny Omega collects belts. But she's going to be going against Danica De La Rouche. And I'll tell you right now that Danica is one heck of a fighter, man. This might be a match that kind of steals the show. I really think that these two women are going to put their heart and soul into this fight.
Thoughts?
It's definitely going to be a good match. But, Viva, again, the theme of this entire thing so far has been people stepping up their game, improving things, and Viva Van is on one hell of a roll. So, yeah, it's difficult to look the other way on this one.
Well, I could definitely tell you this. With the recently vacated women's FSW Women's Championship, Viva Van has been here more often. I've seen her stepping it up, and I know she's definitely out to impress the FSW brass. I've been doing my homework on her, and she's definitely on the road to success. I'll tell you that much. I mean, just educated, like her whole background. She's an entrepreneur. And I don't think she's coming here to play games.
No, and I think that if she is in the right mind frame, like you said, she's intelligent, she's smart, and hopefully she shows that she's worthy of potentially getting a shot in some form at the vacated title. But again, Danica is very, very experienced, and who knows, David? Why couldn't Danica be part of a potential tournament for the FSW Championship? She might show that she's earned her spot in something like that.
Right. Well, let's go back a little bit to when I didn't say she couldn't be a part of the tournament, because that was never said by me. What I am saying, though, is I see gold in Viva Van's future here at FSW. That's all I'm saying. I see that. She stepped it up. Now, Danica, she's no slouch. All right? But we'll find out this Thursday.
Wow. You can't believe you used the word slouch and Danica in the same sentence.
No, there was the word no before that.
Remember, Danica, find him.
Right.
Find him when you're here. Show him what it's about.
Definitely. What else we got coming up?
Hey, Chris Bay. Keep
in mind, we're just getting through this first card. This is the first event of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Chris Bay, that's your guy, Chris Bay. That's all I can say is Chris Bay. But Titus, man? Travis? Wait, Travis? Who's he wrestling? Titus? Travis?
Oh.
Who? What are we talking about now?
Chris
Titus
Bay.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Titus Alexander. There we go. That's who he's wrestling.
You got your notes. Joey typed that one.
Look at
up.
that.
Sorry
Titan,
about that.
Travis, it's all that.
So tell me about this guy, because it's new to me.
Well, Steve, you're familiar with him. What does he bring to Chris, and why should Chris worry about him?
So I think that, it's really easy to look at this on paper and just say, oh yeah, Chris Bay is, he's just going to mop the floor with this guy. But at the end of the day, I think that Titus is really going to surprise a lot of people. I think that it's going to be one of those matches that, really can be, I don't want to say, screw it. I'll say it could be a trap match.
Okay.
It could be a trap match for Chris Bay. And I think a lot of people are going to be underestimating what Titus Alexander brings to the table. And I think that he definitely could surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, well, and thinking about Chris Bay, there isn't much of anything left for Chris Bay to prove here at FSW. So when we look at this match, it's going to be, kind of a trap match. I like that aspect because of the fact that Chris Bay is all over this weekend, man. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of things going on with Chris. And if you sleep on something,
Exactly.
it could be bad for your boy there, Dave.
Well, you talk about trap match. I don't know what the fuck that is. All I know is trap music, man. But I will tell you one thing about Chris Bay, all right? You say he's got nothing left to prove here, but Chris Bay's got something to prove to himself every time he steps in that ring. He goes in there with the right mindset. He's a winner. That's what he does. So he has something to prove, and that's to himself. There you have it. Enough said. Anything else?
No. I just, in looking at this card and, you got all these names. It's sometimes confusing when you got all these T's and S's. And speaking of names, Sin Bodhi tagging with Funny Bone.
Yes.
Tagging with Damian Drake, right? The Disciples of Sin right there.
Is that what they're going by?
They are the Disciples of
Disciples
Sin.
of Sin. I like that. Who came up with that one?
I would say that probably off the name of Sin Bodhi, that would make sense, Dave. Okay. But we want to talk about traps. I think one of the interesting things about professional wrestling is that if you don't have opponents named, then that could be a trap. And now we know that Percy Drews will be part of the team taking on the Disciples of Sin, but there will be 2 mystery partners for Percy. So this could be a very interesting, and by the way, a very violent match when you look at some of these crazy guys involved in this one.
I definitely think that hopefully, I don't know who's choosing his teammates. Percy Drew's on this one, right? And they say it's a mystery, but they better bring their A game because you're talking about Sin Bodhi, Funny Bone, Damian Drake. That's the top of the ladder right there.
Definitely. I mean, this match has the potential to have a lot of chaos for sure.
And we know 100% that this match, out of the whole weekend, will have the most face paint used out of all the matches in the whole Full Tilt weekend.
Right. I think you might be right with that. We're talking about Percy Drews with 2 mystery partners. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want, you can comment below who their partners may be. And Matt Michaels will give you $500 if you choose correctly.
Yeah, that's not happening, Dave. Thanks, though.
Just leave a comment. What else we got coming up?
FSW is famous for scramble matches, and this is going to be very interesting. You have Brandon Gatson, which is so good. Every time Brandon comes here, it's something new. It's something fresh, and he's got a lot of, rejuvenation in his tank, man. And it's going to be fun in this scramble because you're going to see him with Jacob Austin Young, who, of course, showed just a few months back that he took Davey Richards to the limit in a match. So that says a lot right there. And then, of course, we're looking at Alex Rico, Jarrett Diaz, and FSW's returning son, Matt Vandergriff. Holy mackerel. There's going to be a lot of bodies flying, hitting the floor. There's going to be kids crying. There's going to be moms grabbing their sons because this is going to be violence, chaos, and a whole bunch of, super exciting fun.
Super exciting fun. That's the way you sum this shit up. All right, well, let me tell you this, man. We're talking about Matt Vandergriff. He's coming back, man. I'm telling you, that's my guy, okay? I say a lot of people are my guys.
I was going to say.
Right. But I'm telling you, he is a workhorse, man. He is next level. So I'm just excited to see him come back to Las Vegas. He moved to Florida. Now he's back in Vegas. Anytime he's out here, he's coming to show us what he's been doing since he's been gone.
Definitely, man. And, I think that I think that Jacob Austin Young is somebody that is kind of getting overlooked in this too. Obviously, there has to be a degree of wanting to protect the home turf. You know what I mean? And I think that he's going to definitely want to have a solid showing, and I think he will. This match could come down to absolutely anybody involved.
And then finally, we got Hammerstone going against Juicy in the main event. And Juicy Fanu and Hammerstone, you got 2 big boys, and it's going to be a bunch of hosses just pounding it out, man.
God damn.
It's going to be a super fun match.
It's
super fun match.
This match will be super fun. I'm telling you, battle of the big boys, man. There was a point where these 2 had some beef. You know, and I guess there's still something lingering because in the main event, like you said, Juicy Finau is taking on Hammerstone. That's going to be a huge match, literally.
Without a doubt, man. And all that I can say is I hope that they're reinforcing the ring because it's going to need it. These guys are going to beat the holy hell out of each other, and I am really looking forward to this one for sure.
Definitely. And you don't need me to tell you Hammerstone's resume, what he's done, what he's accomplished in this business. And then you talk about Juicy Finau, who is still somewhat new to the game, but has risen fairly quickly and has dominated everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, and Hammerstone, FSW champion, and of course the MLW champion. Not a bad resume, man. And for those of you who follow him on social media, you know he's a hell of a guitar player now, too. So, you know, a multi-talented guy, but man, Juicy is a mountain of a man. And we'll see if Hammerstone can cut down the big oak tree, or will it fall on top of him? And we see Hammerstone maybe take a loss.
Well, you know, again, that one I'm just going to leave up in the air. I just saw Rocky T come in, and he's reinforcing the ring, like you said. He's got some extra bolts he's going to put on that thing. And we thank you, Rocky T, for your service. Huge night. Thursday, it's going down live at the FSW Arena and on FSW Network. You can catch it 7 p.m., man. This thing is, you don't want to miss it. This is just the first show of a weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Full of shows. What are we, 8, 7 shows this weekend?
Something around 8, 7, 92. Either way, it's going to be super fun this weekend.
But all you need to know, Thursday, 7 p.m., FSW Arena. Tickets still available. Get on down to the box office. Yeah, is that a thing? FSWVegas.com. Get your tickets. We'll be right back.
I am Matt Michaels here with the Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting, and I am with Joe DeFalco, the owner and creator of FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling. And you can catch Joe and myself on the DeFalco Files. Joe, what has it been like getting out all the stories from the years that you've been doing this?
You know, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm always been a very honest person, so I know a lot of the guys like to hear what I might be thinking, you know, moving forward and doing stuff, because I'm going to be 100% honest, the things that I like, things I don't like, and what we're trying to do moving forward. You know, we have a great company, and I really like once a week going out there and talking a lot more than people probably want to hear.
Well, it's a pleasure having you on every week, and everyone can tune into the DeFalco Files on the FSW Network, on the Vegas Bad Boys podcast, on the podcast apps, all available podcast apps, and on YouTube as well. And we're happy that everyone joins us every Wednesday for the DeFalco Files. Joe, I can't wait to have another 60-plus episodes.
We are looking forward to it, and I'll see you next week.
Welcome back, everybody, to What the FSW. Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting, man. Hell of a show. The Falco Files. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know, sometimes we try to get out a show with Joe to kind of tell what's going on, give some of his stories, and let you guys know what is coming up for FSW. And speaking of coming up for FSW, this Friday, it's the 5th of May at the Silver Nugget Casino.
That's my job.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well.
Now, but before we get to that, speaking of this Friday, what were you going to say? Go ahead, and then I'll give you the breaking news. This just in. I got an exclusive.
Go with your exclusive.
This Friday, Deuces Wild is at Silver Nugget. FSW owner Joe DeFalco just posted that people are having concerns because of AEW Rampage, which is in town. Just got confirmation that their taping will end at 6:30 on Friday. And we're going to push our start time back about 15 minutes, so you will have plenty time to get down and see FSW on that Friday.
Yeah, and also, let's not forget, for those of you who want to watch at home, you can get it on Fight TV, and this way you can watch Rampage, and when Rampage is done, head over to Fight TV and catch the show. This is going to be amazing. Deuces are wild, and I'll tell you, I'm excited because we have the Impact Wrestling World Champion in Josh Alexander coming in to take on Vegas's own filthy Tom Lawler.
Definitely excited about that one. This one should be super fun. What is your take on that one?
I'll tell you, man. I think that this match is just going to shatter any kind of expectations that people have. Josh Alexander, arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. Filthy Tom Lawler is a world-renowned MMA grappler, and it's going to be a solid in-ring contest, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of them high impact. I like every match is damn near a main event here. And if you're on the edge of your seat or you're on the fence there, thinking, should I get this show? Should I come down to this show? Yes, you should. Do not want to miss this, because I'm telling you, this is just one of our opening bouts.
Yeah, and it's also, remember, Deuces Are Wild is going to be FSW going against Pro Wrestling Revolver here. Wrestling Revolver has made a name for themselves out in the Midwest, and they're coming into our backyard now, and they want to prove that they can hang with the best of the best here in Vegas.
Right, definitely. So we definitely don't want to forget that, and I think it's going to put a lot more eyes on their product. And to the FSW fam out here that's not quite sure what they're in store for, I mean, you know about Wrestling Revolver. I mean, we're talking about some next level talent there.
Yeah, and speaking of next level talent, we got a 4-way that's going to be happening that is amazing. Now, that features Kenny King, who is an FSW original, day one. You know,
he was the first heavyweight champion in FSW.
First heavyweight champion. He was there at the first show. Yeah, Kenny King is royalty here in Vegas, but he's going to be taking on the other man who is royalty in Vegas, Mr. Chris Bay. Right?
Bay Area.
Right there. Oof. Which is hot enough, but then you add Rich Swann into the mix. But then throw in JT Dunn, a man who's trained by Chris Hero. He's appeared in Impact Wrestling. You know, he just has everything, all the skills, all the talent. These 4 men are probably going to lay everything they have on the line, because this is a pride thing right here. I think the one who walks out the winner here kind of takes a little notch above the other 3, and you know that none of them want either of the other guys to have something over them.
Well, in terms of talent, it doesn't get better than this one. How do you see this match happening, going down? What's going to be the pace of this match we're looking at?
I think that it's going to be high octane. It's going to be extremely fast paced, and hold on to your seats, because this one definitely is just there's no other way to describe it. It is going to be intense.
I think it sums that up by saying Deuces are wild.
Deuces are wild. And speaking of wild matches, I think that we are going to see something that is going to be knocked down, just unbelievably violent and nasty. And that's our own Death Proof, where you have Jacob Austin Young and you have Cutthroat Cody. They've worked their asses off for years to be recognized, and now they get their shot to go against Violence is Forever, which is one of the hottest tag teams right now on the independent wrestling scene. They were in MLW. They are now free agents, and they are 2 nasty guys.
So you're talking about the tone for this one, violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm a guy that like a nice violent match. Let me tell you about Death Proof here, man. Remember FSW versus GCW?
Absolutely.
Do you remember that main event? I think they're ready. I think that was preparation for what's coming up in this one.
I think that the paint job in the back area where Cody lost all that blood, it shows the story, man. And I know, Steve, you're a big guy when it comes to teams like Violence is Forever.
Oh yeah, Dominic Graney and Kevin Koo, they have a great pedigree. They have a great career, and I think that it's going to be really eye-opening for a lot of the viewers here in Vegas, and for those people watching, just to see them in a match that, quite frankly, their team name is Violence is Forever. We know that Death Proof is violence personified. So I think that this one definitely is going to just go insane.
Right, and I think they're setting the bar high for this one. You talk about violence is forever. I don't know much. I did a little research. I'm interested. My imagination is running wild how this one might just turn out.
Well, David, I'm glad that you're the one who said you don't know much.
Versus you saying that.
And, when we talk about great matches, I'm telling you right now, there is a man who has been wanting to take this guy on forever, and that is Matt Vandergriff. Matt Vandergriff has looked at Speedball Mike Bailey as a stepping stone to that next level, and Matt has been looking forward to this match for a long time now, and he finally gets it. Steve, Speedball, man, this is going to be insane.
It's going to be awesome. And, I had mentioned for the Thursday show that they needed to reinforce the ring. Friday, they're going to need to make sure that those rafters and those lights are lifted just a little bit higher, because both of these guys are going to be taking the roof off of the Silver Nugget. It is going to be an aerial assault. Speedball Mike Bailey, Matt Vandergriff. It's going to be one hell of a show.
I just got off the phone with Matt Vandergriff a little bit earlier tonight. He said, if possible, he will climb to the top of the stratosphere and jump off it if he needs to.
Yeah, and that would be great if we were anywhere near the stratosphere, Dave. But we're at the Silver Nugget Casino, man. Don't be pushing the other casinos.
That's what Vandergriff said. He's just climbing to the top. He'll land in the Silver Nugget, all right?
Well, that's going to be a just amazing focus of, like you said, a lot of aerial moves, things that we've not seen. But then we're going to turn it around and go, hey, what about that ground game with Davey Richards going against FSW's heavyweight champion, Hammerstone? Holy moly, man.
I am telling you, again, big time match. I don't know, is this the main event that we have slated for this one? This is the creme de la creme. I'm telling you, they're all the creme de la creme.
They're all the main event, man.
Yeah, and this match, you're not going to want to miss one. They're like bathroom breaks, get you a catheter, because you're not, right? You're not going to want to miss a second of the show, right?
Steve, would you put in a catheter to watch these matches, man?
For this show, for Deuces Wild, I'd actually consider it, because as I'm looking up and down this card, I don't see anything that I want to miss a minute of.
Yeah, and that includes the former X Division heavyweight champion, Trey Miguel, coming back into FSW to take on the current FSW No Limits champion, Jay Vidal, and one of the youngest sensations in independent wrestling right now, a man who AEW has under contract for the future, and that is Nick Wayne. And Nick Wayne, man, woo, when you're looking at guys who have the potential going up against a guy like Jay Vidal, who's reaching that potential, against a guy like Trey Miguel, who has made that potential a reality, wow, man, this is... Man.
Well, I definitely think that we all know there's levels to this, right? Mm-hmm. And these guys are very familiar with themselves. I got familiar with these guys coming out at FSW. They've proven themselves to me, and I know the FSW fam, they definitely see the potential. This match is going to be crazy, super fun.
Yeah, and Steve, I know that you're a fan of the Japanese style of wrestling. And I think right here you're going to see a lot of mix between kind of that the strong style Japanese wrestling along with lucha. And it's going to be something else, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, this entire show has a little something for everybody. There's something if you like violence. There's something if you like the aerial assault. There's something if you like just guys beating the hell out of each other. There's great pure pro wrestling. Top to bottom, there's a little something for everyone on the show.
Right, definitely. And talking about something for everybody, tell us about this scramble match that's coming up.
FSW has, again, been very known for scrambles, and you're going to see Juicy Fanu.
Hang on. For those that don't know, what is a scramble match?
Well, it's a scramble. You have the guys come on in, right? And basically you are trying to pin each other so that you eliminate each other.
Is this a fucking free-for-all?
Essentially, I would call it a free-for-all.
Okay. Yeah. That's the breakdown. Okay. There you have it. And who's going to be in this free-for-all?
Again, Juicy Fanu just leads the way with Funny Bone, and you got Adam Brooks, Willie Mack, Vegas' own, and Damian Drake, speaking of Vegas' own.
Yep.
And look at Damian Drake, you can look at right now and say, man, he's going against some big dudes in there. And I think this is where Damian proves that he is that caliber of a wrestler that he could easily take all these guys and end up being the one who wins this match.
Well, I definitely think in a match like this, you got so many different skill sets, right? Height, sizes, and like there's no telling. But Damian Drake, obviously, he has the speed, he has the aerial assaults that could work to his advantage here. But then you got Juicy Finau.
Yep.
Like, let him get his hands on you. Like, that could be trouble, right? Right? And then Willie Mack, that's my guy right there. I mean, every time he comes back to FSW, man, I get super excited. And I'm looking forward just to seeing how they all match in this match.
And it truly will be a scramble. It'll be a mishmash of all styles, and let's do the damn thing. I want to see it.
Somebody's going to get their eggs cracked.
Yep.
It's going to be a super fun match.
It's super fun.
Should be super fun.
And, again, the whole point of this show is FSW versus Wrestling Revolver. And FSW is going to represent with Remy Marcel, Viva Van, and Caljack, the grizzly bear himself. That is going to be FSW's representation. And they're going to be going against Wrestling Revolver's own Billy Starks, who Billy Starks is just a fabulous, talented woman wrestler, man. She is great. And Dan the Dad, who's got a reputation and a name coming that is pretty damn good, and a mystery opponent.
Mystery, man. We're over here like Nancy Drew and shit. But look, we're talking about Dan the Dad, man. The only thing I ever knew about the dad is that he left. He went out to get milk and he never came back, man. So I'm not looking forward to seeing this guy.
Yeah, well, you got to remember one thing, and that is that sometimes dads are kind of violent, and they like to, give you a little backhand every once in a while. So just because he's called a dad doesn't mean that he isn't a badass.
Ooh.
Well, I would agree with that. My dad whooped my ass a lot before he left to go get some milk and never came back. But,
Dave, I could see both reasonings, and he probably made the right choice.
Right. So we're looking at Remy, Viva Vam, and Caljack. I mean, Caljack is a big dude. He's been around FSW the last couple months, and I think that pairing, you got Remy Marcel, obviously, the man that built the building, and then Viva Van, the future of the women's division here at FSW. In my opinion, very valued and high opinion, it's no contest. FSW, all day, every day.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you have your opinion, but I got to leave the door open and say that Wrestling Revolver has a chance here on this card to show that they might be the superior brand.
I don't know about that.
I don't even. I know you guys. This is your show.
Just saying.
Just don't come in here
Just
talking
saying.
like that.
It's
man.
just going to be. It's a great event. It's going to be Friday, May 7th. It's going to again be pushed back a little bit so that it can start after Rampage. So if you're watching on Fight TV, watch Rampage and then switch on over. And hey, you're going to have enough time to get down to the Silver Nugget after Rampage to see the event. And it's just going to be one hell of a night.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. FSW owner Joe DeFalco has guaranteed it will be super fun. We'll be right back. It's a guarantee, man. Since the beginning of time, it has often been debated who is the greatest faction in professional wrestling history. Today, we end the debate because without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest faction in professional wrestling history is you, the FSW fans. Nah, scratch that. The fam. for 12 plus years, you guys have showed up and showed out. And on behalf of everybody at FSW, we'd like to say thank you and welcome to the fam.
I'd like to propose a toast to my family.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What's so funny? There's nothing funny about that. FSW fam, welcome back to What the FSW. A lot of breaking news. We had these matches, we were talking about mysteries, but I just solved a mystery. Joe DeFalco just called me on my phone and told me that this Thursday and this Friday at our events, on commentary, legendary wrestling icon, D'Lo Brown.
Which is very fitting for you being one of the Hardy Boys solving a mystery there, Dave. D'Lo has had experience against those guys, and I'll tell you right now, one of the best voices in all of wrestling.
Well, yeah, so you can check him out, FSW Network, that's on Thursday, and then on Friday, move on over to Fight TV, and you get to hear that voice, man. He's got so much knowledge, and when he's up there with Jake Black, that's my guy. That's my guy right there. You're just going to get a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight as to what's going on, man. So you do not want to miss that. If you can't get down to the FSW Arena or the Silver Nugget, you definitely want to order that on FSW Network and on Fight TV.
Yeah, and then, it's Full Tilt weekend, so it's not just FSW being spotlighted here. This collective has some great companies and a lot of events going on.
Oh, so much that I had to write it all down because I can't keep track of it, man. I told you, we got Thursday, we got Friday. And then after our show on Friday, we got Black Label Pro. They'll be taking the stage at 11:30 p.m.
Ooh. Yeah, and that, you know what, sometimes... isn't the old saying, nothing good happens after midnight? So there's going to be some treachery and villainy going on at the Silver Nugget that night.
Villainy.
Yes, absolutely. I'm telling you, the villainy is the best type of villain activity.
And that will be live on IWTV if you can't make it down there. Then once you wake up in the morning after you watch the Saturday morning cartoons, man, head on back to the Silver Nugget. 11 a.m. We got Wrestling Observer Live with Dave Meltzer. They're talking about a Q&A over there.
Definitely, man. And, Dave Meltzer, there's no one better in all of professional wrestling in terms of knowledge than Dave.
Yeah, and if you've done the Thursday and the Friday, I'm sure you've visited the bar frequently at the Silver Nugget, and waking up and going to see Dave Meltzer talk about wrestling, that's perfectly a good cure for a hangover.
Well, and we're in Las Vegas. Who says you got to go home and go to sleep? Just keep drinking, and let's do it again.
Sure.
And then that's on YouTube Live. You can check that out on YouTube Live as well, but you want to get down there in person. I'm excited. I'm going to be there. And then right after that at noon at the Silver Nugget, we got Poder Quattro. Ed in San Antonio is bringing that action. A lot of ladies in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous. I mean, women's wrestling has been one of the biggest revolutions in the past decade, and Ed puts on some great shows with some wonderful talent, and looking forward to seeing that.
Who isn't? That's live on the FSW Network as well if you're unable to make it down there. And Poder means can.
Well, we're going to see some pretty nice cans in the ring on that day. Just saying. I mean, everyone has a can-do attitude.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of cans going on.
I think that, there's going to be a lot happening there.
I can beat this person. I can win this match. Just saying.
I think I can. So then after that, we're still not done. This is still Saturday. We got Wrestling Revolver. That's Vegas Vacation. That kicks off at 4 p.m. and it's also live streaming on Fight TV. And then that night, GCW is in the building, man. Fight TV. It's going down 8 p.m. Silver Nugget.
They fittingly call it the downward spiral. And from what we've seen with GCW, wow, man, there's some great action. And Matt Cardona, that man has taken over wrestling single-handedly without the help of the big machines.
He is the deathmatch king.
Absolutely.
Right, definitely. Talking about downward spiral. So there's that. That's Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to cap it all off, man. We got a collective. We got a joint venture with everybody involved here.
Yeah, you're looking at Let It Ride. FSW, GCW, Wrestling Revolver, and Black Label Pro. It's going to be on the FSW network. Again, $6.99 a month. And you get this show, you get Ed and San Antonio show, you get the Thursday night show. I mean, that's just this stuff from this weekend. You can go back and watch the whole history of FSW as well.
Well, I'm telling you, we broke down all these matches that are going on Thursday, Friday, and like the slew of events that are happening the weekend. But this one, the grand finale, the creme de la creme, just imagine like what we've already talked about and how that's going to be through the fucking roof, right? Now we're talking about the grand finale, and I'm looking at, I don't even see any matches announced. It's a fucking mystery. Which tells me, like, they don't even want people to know. You got to get down there. FSW Arena, it's going down. What time is that happening?
That one's going to be going down at noon, which gives you enough time also to get to T-Mobile Arena if you're heading to Double or Nothing that day.
What's that?
AEW's Double or Nothing. The pay-per-view going on. You can go there after you watch this event at the FSW Arena, Dave.
I only watch FSW. I apologize in advance to anybody I may have offended with that. Let's not forget, though. I mean, I'm excited. I'm telling you now, we got merch coming out. Like, they're pressing up new merch for this event. Everybody's excited. Like, I know that the tickets are limited. We still got a couple front rows left for a couple of the nights, but you can go to fswvegas.com and you can get tickets today, hopefully. And then, or you can also buy tickets at the venue. Yeah. Show up, get on down there, and let's just have a good time wrestling weekend. You all right over there?
I now know why your dad left. Jeez. But you know what? Here, you are an FSW guy. Let me tell you right now, FSW, after all this festivity going on here, after this big week of wrestling, it's going to be on June 4th, right back here in the FSW Arena. You're going to have High Octane, which is going to be a lead-up to the 13th anniversary show for FSW on June 19th at the Silver Nugget.
13 years.
13.
That's Father's Day.
Yeah, and ironically
On my
enough,
13th birthday, that's when
my dad left.
me.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, you're my dad?
No, I know people.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We don't even know what this is playing on, but if you're watching it, we thank you. On behalf of FSW, I'm the David Difference, Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. You guys want to give them something? Just nod. Whatever you want to do. Thank you for tuning in. And that's the difference. That's what's